Show us your tips, Daggy and Beaver in the dusk of Western Sydney to get into Everest Day. What's going on, mate?
Here we are in person.
We are in
Good
person.
to see you, mate. Have
Mate.
a beer. Talk horse racing.
Lovely out
here. Yeah, out the back here. Everest Day, Caulfield Cup Day. Lots to talk about.
A bit going on.
Yeah, it's fantastic and good results again last weekend.
It was. You think you did much better than me. I should have finished it up better than I did, but I think the tips weren't too bad anyway.
Yes.
It's just me that's the problem, as I'm told a lot by my significant other. Good results, and it's a cracking day's racing at Randwick and Caulfield this week. Any highlights out of last week, very quickly, before we
just trying to think what were the highlights?
It's a long time ago now.
Transatlantic, was that last week?
Transatlantic was last week.
That was a very nice win. Giga Kick won.
Giga Kick did win.
So that was an interesting result. I did say it was a chance, but not kind of the way we expected to go. What else won? I had Braden Star. I tipped Braden Star. Got home. Probably a bit fortunate. So that was one for the good guys there.
And Lindemann, that's right. It was Lindemann.
The
one goer. That's
right. Looks to have turned the corner.
Yeah.
Going very well there.
We see the form around that a bit later at Randwick. But, good day out,
yes.
I guess, especially for the followers of the Beaver. We do this, if you're new to the show, there's usually less waffle, and we do this for free every weekend. No gimmicks. It's on YouTube. It's on Spotify. It's on Apple Podcasts. Just search for Show Us Your Tips. You'll find us here. And the written copy, which you'll have to do manually this time around.
Yes.
Do it tonight. Will be up on showusyourtips.net by the time you're probably watching this. But let's get stuck into Everest Day.
Yeah, just on that, not too many times where we haven't got a few winners, and if we don't have any, don't complain because it's free.
Exactly, and we're not just throwing stuff out there. We go and bet and live and die by our tips.
Absolutely,
definitely do, as my underprivileged children will attest to. Randwick. Rail 3, there's a bit of craziness going with the weather tomorrow. There's wind, there's rain, there's storms, there's 40 degrees, there's everything in between in Sydney town. I suggest we're probably on a soft track, Rail 3, but a hot day in store. So what that all means, I'm treating the track as fair for now, essentially, with some cut out, which may not suit any Hong Kong visitors, but we'll get there.
But why is it soft at the moment?
They've been watering because of the heat. Yeah, which is a concern because they're about to cop 10 mil or something tomorrow. So I thought they might have kept it all away and tried to make it a real bone dry track, to be honest. But we'll see, given, as I said, a hot day in Sydney today and some wind around tomorrow, just where that ends up. When they do overwater, that's what creates biases generally. So that's the concern. But as I said, I'm treating it as fair. Randwick's played all right. So far this spring, we kick off. I hope you've got some clarity about this meeting because I don't know if I necessarily do. Pretty keen on Caulfield, but we'll get there later on. The Reginald Allen kicks us off. It is a group race over 1,400 metres for the 3-year-old fillies. Group race is a term I use lightly. Who's going to win the first, though?
Yeah, I've settled on the number 8 here, Miles of Glory. Third up here, first up was pretty good, and then loved the way at Kembla at a short price, hit the line, looked to be full of running, had a bit in hand there, and I think the step up to 1,400 here suits. Love the Freeman stable at the moment.
They could be in for a good day.
They could be in for a good day. I like them much better than the Ryan or the O'Shea stables. So for me, Miles of Glory around the $4.50 to $5 mark is the way to go on the first.
Yeah, didn't particularly like the race. I've coupled up the Waller pair, Panova and Chadley. I think they'll both run well. J-Mac jumps on Chadley, but Panova has had the Metro midweek run there. I thought it did a decent enough job. Swooper's Gate will give us an indication of how the track's playing, but there was bits and pieces. Snitzel Dance is the one that's actually had the Metro win and ran pretty well last time out, beating Shangri-La Boy, who we saw come out and go okay last week.
Yeah, very good horse.
So they were the three main ones for me, but I thought now it's go time. We'll see that these Waller girls really get into their action. The second is the St Ledger Stakes here, 2,600 metre Group 3. And I was just back into connections here of Sam Hawkens. Willie Haggis doesn't generally miss. He's come over, he's found James McDonald, and he's found a fairly average race. Looks a bit of a fighter on the replays, a bit of a line chaser. Has put a few wins back-to-back now. lightly raced, all looks pretty good fit to run well here, as the market suggests it will. Main danger, Solar Spain, did a good job in their Metrop.
Very good.
In a good race, and didn't have the easiest of times, so I thought it was quite a good run there. I think we're both on it. Can bounce back as the main danger here. Not a lot else. I think there's a little bit of a tail after those two. What are you thinking?
You read my mind. It has got a bit of a tail to it, and I did go for Sam Hawkens as well. Not quite sure what it's here for. Is it just a travelling companion of something else? Or because I don't see it in the Melbourne Cup field or in the markets or anything.
I haven't studied. Could it go to a Geelong Cup or somewhere?
I don't know. Maybe to try and find its way through there, but I didn't find it in the markets for the Melbourne Cup, so I did go and have a look because when I saw and doing the form here, I went. Okay,
I think he just likes having a holiday twice a year. Yeah, Willie. He might end up going to one of those country cups or the long. What is it now? That other staying race on Melbourne Cup Day, the long black or the whatever they call it now.
Yep. Yeah, something. Long jeans or
yeah.
And Solar Spain, definitely the main danger. I think you've hit the nail on the head there. It's flying at the moment. It was good second last start, and I think it's the main danger if the 9 doesn't handle it.
Beautiful. The Big Dance wildcard comes up next. It is a handicap over the mile. What are you doing here?
Yeah, it's a tricky race. I mean, there's some horses down in the market or at a fair price that on their day can run really well and are hard to beat. I'm gonna stick with Swift Falcon. I just like what it's been doing of recent time, and I think it gets a very winnable race here. Can be a little bit hard to catch, but 2 back at Newcastle was favourite there and got beat by Headley Grange. Well, it's flying, so that's not as bad as it looks, and it didn't have a lot of luck in that race and sort of got held up. And then I thought, a fourth behind Autumn Glow by 2 lengths. Well, there's nothing wrong with that run as well. So I think here gets its chance in this field. Drawn 3, so should get the nice run. I've got it on top. It should be fully wound up.
Yeah, it does look a bit obvious, but I went looking elsewhere in a tricky race, and I've come up with a couple I want to play at a price. The first is Ducasse, coming back to Randwick. I know it has a couple of misses in Queensland. It should have won last time in Queensland. The first one was just a complete barrier trial first up. Inside gate, probably finds leaders back, and at $12, happy to have something on it. From Vivier, who is just completely scared of the winning post, is the main problem, but that was a very good resumption in the Headley Grain range you mentioned. And a couple at price. This is the weakest race. Major Bill's been in for a long, long time, and Lock Eagle was always a sniper's chance at a big price trialled well. All of those, I'll look to just have something small in those last 2, but they're both 20 and 30s to 1. My best result's going to be Ducasse again for the Freedman Yard. Give it strength. The fourth is the Ank Stakes. This is for the 4-year-old and up mares over a mile again. And the only thing we really need to see here is Perfumist repeat what it did last time out. I think if it jumps leads and puts on down what it did last time, it'll bolt this in again. It was an outstanding effort and great return to form. A little bit more pressure with Abalor in the race and maybe just feeling lucky and Dominator under it as well. But I'm going to stick with Bjorn. And once he gets these horses really firing and keeps them up, I thought Shahisha is a crazy price at $19. That's different form line through Waterford. We want to see him running on, but is definitely in the game here at that price. And you can completely forgive just feeling lucky. Didn't like the Valley at all, and will be in the right spot if you're looking for one more. For throwing your exotics there as a third pick. But what are you doing, Beaver?
Yeah, I think the market suggests that the top 2 in the market hold the key, and I think that's about right as well. You're right. I think Perfumist, if it can repeat that, it kind of, from its very return here, was pretty much started favourite first time in, was in the market. It's kind of been promising to do what it did last start and finally did it. And if the pennies dropped here, you're right, it's going to be hard to beat. I think it's actually even in a little bit lighter at the weights from last start. So gate 10 means it can jump and run, and, you know, not a lot of these got much heart. Idle Flyer, which is the main danger, is drawn in 15. So where it gets to and how easy a run it gets, not quite sure. I still think it's the main danger. But if Perfumist gets its own way up top, might be just a bit tricky to catch.
The fifth is the Kosciuszko, 1,200 metres for the bush horses. And good luck with this one.
Good luck.
You can have first crack if you.
Yeah, thanks, mate. I'm going for my friends, the Masara stable here, Clear Thinking. I think it's probably one of the best. You're going to try and play the alarm bell, aren't you?
Yeah, I don't have it.
Oh,
Yeah.
unlucky. But I think it's one of the better horses. That's not an alarm bell.
Go on.
It's one of the better horses in the stable. And first up, 2 out of 2. First up here, trialled nicely. A couple of good trials. Won pretty comfortably at Scone, beaten by 5 lengths in its most recent trial. So that's a good prep here. 4 out of 6 wins. Gate 13's okay. It's probably going to come in a couple. I think it's going to be super hard to beat in this. It's a good horse. Front page always comes to this type of race and gives a big sight, and so that's why it is favourite. But carrying 60, got to give a few of these some weight. But if it's fully wound up, it'll jump, run, and they'll have to catch it. So that does scare me a little bit. And there's some horses here resuming. Melody again, it's got some ability. Won 2 out of 2 last time in. Resuming here, it can run well. And even a horse like So Magnificent. It's won its last 4 and is going well at the moment. So there's a few here, and Dunn always runs without parallel. They always have a horse in a race like this that can win. So that was sort of the 4 that stood out to me, but I'm going to go to the 11 on top.
He hasn't been quite the dominant force in the highways as he was once upon a time.
Yeah.
Done, has he? But anyway, I've got front page on top, albeit now a rising 9-year-old, but just such a ripper. You know what you're going to get. It's going to bounce to the front, make everything else try and get past it. He's made horses like Private Harry when it was going better, work very hard, made Group 1 horses have to work to beat it. So I'm going with it on top, not declaring it by any means. Melody, again, you mentioned, going really well, strung a couple of nice wins back to back. And then So You Pence and Boston Rocks next best, both coming through some actual metro racing back to, I guess, a highway level race. I thought both presented some decent value if you're looking a bit wider. The Sydney Stakes is up next, the, I guess, repechage for the Everest. It is 1,200 metre Group 3 weight for age. I struggled a bit with this race. It was a good run last time out, Generosity, but she feels very short here.
Yeah.
I've got Golden Mile on top. I thought first up, Joe Pride interested me. The last trial pinged the lids and looked to be back with it. And we've just seen all these horses go to other trainers out of this Godolphin yard and grow some legs back. So I'm going to go with it on top at the each way price for Hippo. From Bjorn here, Cabalus, who has trialled up quite well and looks sharp. Does need to put a bit of consistency together, but it is double figures as the main danger. With Your Blessing is super honest, going really well as I step on the dog. And my only knock was 1,400 back to he's gone now. Back to 1,400 metres. What are you thinking?
Yeah, I thought the same as you with Generosity. I thought it was just a little bit skinny. It's always looks like it's going to produce, and obviously the form lines it's coming through is pretty good, but drawn 12 is going to need a bit of luck, and I just thought under $3 was a bit skinny for me, so I was looking to play elsewhere like you, and I ended up with Golden Mile as well.
Wow.
Good horse on its day. Has won before first up, so that's good. Looks fair enoughly wound up for a good tilt here first up. Last prep was pretty good. It was racing behind War Machine, 4 lengths behind it. It's Eagle Farm, and then only just got knocked off by Jolie Star when it was up there. So I think it's the class horse of the race and the best horse in the race. So at $8.50, I'm willing to have a crack at that. But you're right, there's some horses around there. I actually thought Disneck was a danger. Finally broke through and back in form after last start from the Baker stable. So I think that's one to keep an eye on. And then a few just at good odds down in the market. She's an A-lister, resumes quite well for Bjorn as well. It's $35. Could show up as well. So open market, open field.
The feature, $20 million, the Everest, Group 1 now, weight for age, richest sprint race in the world, blah, 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 blah. We've got the Hong Kong champ here, potentially copping a bit of a softer track off an interesting trial. What are you doing with it, Beaver? Have first crack.
Yeah, look, I don't think it'll be too soft on the day, I don't think. And I hope it's not, because these horses come here and I hope it's a fair track and we want to see the best horses in the best conditions. And if this horse is as good as what appears to be, then there'd be nothing more exciting than see it put the foot down and run out of its skin here. So I hope they're putting the conditions on for it to be able to do that. I've got it on top. I think this is an amazing horse. I've watched it and followed it in Hong Kong, and I think it's ran faster, broke the track record or the times about 8 times. So not just once, it's done it about 8 times. The times that this horse is capable of running. Gate 7's perfect here. Look, it's the horse they've all got to beat. $1.70 and an Everest is skinny, but it looks to be just way too good. Having said that, it's a great race.
I love this race because I think it's just interesting, and
it is interesting. There's a lot of horses in here that I love backing and I love following, and I think they're genuine. Jolie Star's first up tilt was amazing. That was showed that it's capable of anything on its day. And War Machine, there's no secret what I think of War Machine. I've backed it every start, and I won't let it get under my guard here. I think it's an outstanding chance here, and when you come down and go a bit further, Jimmy Star's a very good horse. Is this the most suitable distance against this lot? I'm not quite sure. Lady Shenandoah, first up, should have actually bogged in, then went to Melbourne, got too far back. It probably just didn't work out for it, but I wouldn't be surprised if it ran an almighty race. Briasa, we know how honest it is. It'll finish in the top 4 and give you an almighty sight. And the youngster, Tempted. Can't wait to see what it can produce. And haven't even mentioned Angel Capital, $26. That's a good price.
Absolutely.
I couldn't believe when I looked at the market and went, $26. Am I missing something here? Because it was first up win was outstanding. Second up should have won.
Yep.
At $26, I mean, I wouldn't critique you if you're having a crack at it.
I love it. I love the race. I'm going to take on the champ. And that all being said, if it came out and won by 4, I'd stand and applaud, and not necessarily knocking it, but there are things around it. Not quite wanting a super firm track, I should say. Trial's interesting. Was it too heavy for the travel? It's enjoying itself out at Canterbury, blah, blah, blah. I like all the intrigue around it, but I like the price. I'm just too tempted by the prices elsewhere.
Yeah, $1.70 is just probably way too skinny in a race like this.
The thing is, it's going to be...
You can't back it.
You can't back it.
The average player
cannot back it. The world pool's going to keep it, like everyone in Hong Kong's going to back it, so it's going to be too short.
Yeah, that's right.
On the tote. Well, I'm so interested to see where it gets to on the exchange, actually. War Machine on top for me. Love the horse, same as you. I think it's made a believer of me. I think it's a great run. You're getting $12. Jolly Star looks super obvious. It's going to be wound up, ready to go, and both her wins are very nice. And Angel Capital might need some luck, but $26 is too good to refuse for me. I'll build a little book around those.
I mean, when are you going to get $26 Angel Capital again?
That's right. Well, if you're a Briasa fan, when you get $17 Briasa again.
Well,
that's why I love it. When you're going to get 100 to 1 magic time.
Yeah.
It's where do you stop? The fact it's in the market and taking up better than 50% means you're going to get prices for horses
that's right.
that we love. So take the chance while you can. That's what I find super interesting, and that's what I'll be doing. For the record, Beaver's with Car Ying Rising, and I'm going to play around War Machine, Jolly Star, and the Angel. The Silver Eagle's up next. This is also interesting and somewhat exhausting. 1,300 metres for the 4-year-olds here, and I understand why Linebacker's favourite. Do I want to back it? I don't think so. I don't. I don't either. I'm interested in Mayfair. First up for Bjorn.
Yeah, 100%.
I thought it's trialled really well, and I feel like first up for the stable, this could be a bit of an ambush. So I'm going to put it on top from gate 2. Should just find leaders back, really. On top. For me, from Sabaj, who actually went and found the Kent horse here. From it's ended up with Michael Kent Jr., I should say, and Mick Price off some Adelaide preps. But I like, and there's not much guts to its form, but I like the form around Winner's Edge and Reserve Bank in what I think is a weak race. So I'm going to put it as the main danger. And I came around late to Gerringong being alive here because it was heavily backed last time out, and probably will lead coming off some a good form race there. That was the main ones for me. What are your thoughts, Beaver?
I've gone for Sabaj.
Okay,
I know you sort of question mark the form, but it's ran well, and then the last two starts
I think the last two are fine. The last two races are fine.
Dollar Queen and Reserve Bank, as you said.
Yeah.
When they switch to these stables, it's generally because someone has an opinion of them, and I think it might run well. $6. I'm really keen to play it. I thought you're right. Mayfair could run well fresh, and I thought that it's now and ever for Lord Penman around $11. I think that's a bit of a saver there. I expect it can run well.
Yeah, I've probably wanted more from it.
Yeah, I just think hopefully it's might run well.
The 9th is the Group 1 King Charles Stakes over the 1,609 metres. And what an interesting race again, because now we've got Pride of Jenny back and all the old stars are here. I'm interested to get your thoughts, Beaver.
Yeah, good race, hey?
Yeah.
And the way it sets up is an interesting race as well in regards to this field. I know Pride of Jenny come out, but it had all its favours. Again, it seems to be...
I'm starting to think Mooney Valley only for her.
Yeah, me too. I tend to think it's sort of one good run, one average run, one good run. Not quite sure. I just can't back it with any confidence, to be honest. So I've looked away from it. I've gone Mr. Brightside. I know it had all the favours last start, but that was a good win. It's just ultra consistent, this horse. It rarely runs a bad race. As its record shows, it's 35 placings out of 46 starts, but in recent times even better than that. Its only failure recently was when it went to Sha-Tin. Gate 12 probably is the only downside.
Well, Pride of Jenny's going to drag him out. So
Pride of Jenny's probably going to drag it across.
Unless Royal Patronage pushes right up underneath, I think you can always find it, come across and tag her.
Yeah,
close to it.
I just don't want it to, if Pride of Jenny takes off...
All of a sudden you're tagging 8 lengths behind.
You're tagging 8 lengths and you've got to take the field up. Very rarely does the horse that takes the field up to Pride of Jenny win. So that was my only concern there. Fangirl, obviously, a live chance, but I'm just wondering if it gets a bit far out of its ground and might have to do too much against the other two. Outside of that, I was finding it hard to like anything else. You know, horses like, I think Tom Kitten might run well at $26.
It does feel a big price again.
It does feel a big price, but horses, I'm a bit confused why horses like Within the Law is a shorter price than it, and Chow Wolf just looks to be gone, which is a shame. Because, not that long ago, it was flying.
I've gone with Willie Haggis on top. Lake Forest won the Golden Eagle last year. Comes back off a couple of decent runs its last couple of starts, and I think is a bit of a line chaser as well. I'm going to put it on top. You just know gets it right with them. As much just looking for DF as anything else. I kept getting dragged kicking and streaming back to Mr. Brightside, and the reason I haven't got on top is I don't like the fact it comes out of essentially the race where they walked to now having to chase Pride of Jenny. It just leaves me a bit nervous, but super honest, May will get the right run and May will be the one that picks up the pieces if she stops. So I'm going to make it the danger, and obviously Fangirl's alive in any race like this. But her best sprints tend to come off slower paces, I think. I don't think she necessarily always sprints off doesn't look like reeling in super tough breakaway leaders. I did find Lindemann last time out, and that looks all right, so could be wrong there. So she's alive, but predominantly going, I think I've come around to Mr. Brightside and Lake Forest in this one. The last is the World Pool Benchmark 88, and I have very little idea here. I'm going to throw out a couple of names here, again at big prices. I hope we're in front by this stage, and I hope we get the quaddie, essentially. But I went looking for Way Marie, now first up for Annabelle and Rob. And to be honest, I'm not sure that's a positive jockey change from Busted and Young, the more I think about it. But the trials were just fair. It's 20 to 1. I'll spec it. Hollywood Heroes, a big price around 50s. Lavish Empire's 20s. Winston Hill comes off a midweek win and again is a big price. I'm going to play very small if I play in this race around some prices. Some horses around the 20 to 1 plus mark. And now I've said I like Kerguelen might well get the job done, but does need to do it again. What are you thinking?
Kerguelen to get the job done.
Okay.
Mate, it's a certainty beat last start.
Fair enough.
Just couldn't get a run in the straight. I was disappointed because I thought it'd win that. Prior to that, third was a good run, and one prior to that. it sometimes does feel like a horse that is going to win and just doesn't. But you get $6 here, gate 15. So it's going to go back in the field, but I think it gets the chance here not to get held up, and it could just pull out. And I think it's got the best finish in the race here at the $6 mark. I'm okay if I'm chasing at the end of the day, I might be able to get back, and if I'm in front, I don't mind backing a 6 or 7 to 1 favourite in the last to try and spread the margin.
Fair enough. Quaddie. Let's go for Everest Day. First leg, I guess I'll put Carrying Rising in. I was half going to leave it out, but I'll put in for you, Beaver. Number 1.
Oh, you do. You miss it, leave it out at your own peril.
Jimmy Star. 5, War Machine. 8, Angel Capital. 9, Jolly Star. Second leg, 1, Linebacker. Probably the one I want to leave out more. Yeah, take it out. 5, Mayfair. 9, Sabaj. 11, Gerringong. Third leg, 1, Mr. Brightside. 4, Lake Forest. 5, Tom Kitten. 10, Fangirl. And we'll come home with 2, Lavish Empire. 6, Hollywood Hero. 7, Kerguelen. 13, Midnight Opal. 14, Rock Empire. 15, Waymarie. 19, Sergeant Major. And 22, Winston Hills. Obviously, there's some emerges in there. $100 gets you about 20% of that. My best, race 4, number 7, Perfumist. My value, race 3, number 4, Ducasse. What are you doing, Beaver?
Yeah, my value is in the last, Kerguelen, number 7. And my best bet is in race 2. No. Race 2, number 9, Sam Hawkens.
Very good. I like it.
Yeah.
Do you have a quick break before we do Caulfield? Or?
Sounds good.
Alrighty, we head to Caulfield for Caulfield Cup Day, rail 3 metres as well. Some rain around Thursday night, I believe, but looks all systems go for Saturday. I think we get to a good track. Don't think there's too much scary going on. We will by the end of the day be sort of 20 races into the Caulfield Cup Carnival, so potentially inside might be a concern, but we'll see how it goes. We kick off with a 1400 metre 3-year-old race here at set weights and penalties. What are we doing, Beaver?
Yeah, not the most exciting race to start the day, but I thought the obvious pick was the favourite here from the Hayes stable, flying at the moment. This has been ultra consistent, jumps, leads. It's going to take some catching and was pretty good last start behind Navy Pilot. Only just got nabbed on the line. Moonee Valley was good behind what looks to be a good horse, and then prior to that, won at Morphettville. So that's the obvious way for me, and that's the way I'm going to go, jump, lead and win.
Jump, lead, win. Not much more to add. I thought about making it best of the day because I don't think there's a great deal here. Wise In-Law is the danger. Made Vinrock work last time out. He was a little bit disappointing last week, perhaps, but it will control the pace with Bakash and we'll give it a chance with the trial since. And Lofty Thoughts is the one for the exotics. I think it's a talented animal. Next best, went looking for Mataga at the top here, but the trials were woeful, so I penned it. The second is a 2,000 metre 3-year-old race, as is most of the first half of this card. It is Group 3, and we've lost options, okay, and we've lost Kikoi. So I'm left with Engine of War on top. I like Gate 1. I like the fact I think it'll push through and jump on to the back of Fabulous Fiano, I assume leads, and there's no pace. They're going to walk around, and best map will win, and that'll be, at this stage, Engine of War. I think Mark Zara could get the first couple here. We'll make Main Danger now. Not really one. Miawa through the options form line, but I think it'll be back and have the pace against. What are you doing, Beaver?
No, I've got a danger. Arabian Prince.
Okay.
Only had the 2 starts and got back in both of them over the 1800 at Flemington. First up was pretty good. Hit the line hard, finished third, less than a length off them, and then got out of its ground and again was hitting the line hardest in the race, won by options last start, only a length and a half off them. Extra 200 suits, extra race experience, and this will be hard to beat.
Does options go straight to the Derby? I wonder where it's gone. Anyway.
Must have.
Who cares? The third is, well, I will when I back it in a Derby, but the third is the Ethereal. 2,000 metres is the girls' version, essentially. What are you doing here?
Yeah, I'm going to stick with the Sydney horse in Just a Journey. unlucky not to win last start at Flemington. That was a good run. Only just got nabbed. I think it gets its chance here at Caulfield, suits, jumps, runs, and wins this.
Yep, complete control, and I don't think there's any chases. It was very good just getting nabbed late, and this sets up better. You get a cruisy time. Blake Shin will control the pace. It'll win. I like Future Frankie. I liked its debut, and I think straight to 2,000 metres, a Frankel filly from a top stable will run well there. Down the bottom there at $13. I thought Mauricio Oju next best out of the coming through the boys' form line. But yeah, again, good day for the Freedman Yard this weekend. The fourth is Gothic Stakes. The sprint this time, and I have settled for the Sydney form again in Raging Force. I've just gone away from the lead-up races here. I think it did some good stuff last time out. It's had the trial now around Caulfield, and it was great. And just copped a lot of pressure in the run to the Rose. This sets up a bit easier. No walkover, however, because there are some good races, good horses here. I'm a fan of McGaw, and who is an absolute trier, and it will push forward from gate one and put the pressure on. I think can possibly bring the leader undone. But they're the two main ones for me. But I wouldn't knock any opinion here. Beaver, what's yours?
Yeah, open race, plenty of chances here. You're right. Raging Force is my second tip. I've gone Ripley. So I've also gone the Sydney form, but just a different Sydney line form. First up was outstanding at Rose Hill. Thought that was a good win. Interested that Ma has now taken it to Melbourne, and I think it can run really well at the $8.50. Good value.
Anything else? No,
that's it.
Beauty. The Alingi is up next, 1,100 metres here, and I've spruiked Acacia its last couple, and now I find it in gate one, which leaves me a bit sick. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, tough race. This is an open race, not one that I'm overly keen on. So I went looking for a bit of value in the market. I come up with two at 10-1. First is Stoke. That was excellent.
It was. Both those
start.
wins are very good last
They're both very good, and this is a winnable race. I thought at the 10-1 mark just presented decent value. And New York Luster, when last in work, was flying. Couldn't really bet against it. Hasn't quite hit those heights, but been racing in good races. Was back in Sydney behind Head Walls, Lady Shenandoah last start. Moonee Valley, Barracool. So meets are probably an easier field than it's been running in. It's 10-1, so I'm just going to play those two at 10s.
I'm putting one of yours on top, Tiger Shark, for last. It went up and chased Briasa last time, but was pulled up out of that race. The win before at Caulfield was very good. The run behind Headwell before that was very good. Has been up a long time. But again, I was just looking for some value, and I think this is an honest horse. So I'll put it on top. We'll get to have a feel for track pattern by now, so to give us a clearer picture on the day. And I thought Photograph was interesting here. Another first up for the Hayes boys, and by God, they're good at getting some of these horses into their stable, and the trials are very good.
Three from 8.
Yeah.
That was the other one at 10-1, I thought.
Yeah. I think it's a great bet at $10 here because, I said the trials are very good. And I can understand Acacia being favourite, but I don't like gate one. I think it'll end up 3 back the fence and find itself in a little bit of trouble. The 6 is the Herald Sun Sprint. So again, some of our old favourites here, Group 2,000 metre race. What are we doing?
Yeah, look, again, I thought the favourite was a bit skinny.
I had no interest in the favourite at all, to be honest.
Yeah, look, it comes off 2 starts back, a win at Scone, which was a good win, but, or 3 starts back. Warwick Farm last start in a midweeker behind She's an A-list. So this is a little slightly different company. I've gone for Arabian Summer. I think this is a race that's very winnable. That tends to run its best third up. It's won 2 out of 2 third up, so it should be cherry right for this. And it's been raining in much better company.
Never fired a shot last week.
Yeah, it wasn't the worst run. I mean, it was only...
it didn't get a crack.
It didn't get a crack. Half a length behind Barracool before that. Mate, at $5, I think it's a very good bet. I got it on top, and the ever-consistent Ray Imaginaria. I think it can run well first up and fresh, so I thought I wouldn't want to leave it out. But Arabian Summer for me.
Arabian Summer for me too. As I said, it didn't get a crack last week, and I love the fact that Tony McAvoy just brought it straight back to the races the week after. She's a ripper. She'll run well here. On top, and I'm interested to see Pisanello come back, another blue colours for the Hayes boys. I might have a new kink, but trials were good again. Shagrippa is a ripper and a live chance next best. The Thousand Guineas is up next. Group 1, 3-year-old fillies. And Apocalyptic comes off a barrier trial last week. Won a Group 1 in a barrier trial, I reckon. 2 weeks back, it'll win this as well. Easy like, on top, outstanding filly. Hope it heads to a Cox Plate next year, if not this year. She is an absolute ripper, and the horse that ran the Quinella with her runs second again, Karinska. I think the mile suits. They're clearly on top from Ferrivia, who is a real try, and I like. I'm glad I got a result of. But when you have a 5-horse bunch finish, I'm just more inclined to go away from it. And super easy like Apocalyptic. I don't think she spent too many pennies last time out. She's got to handle the travel and being a bit deeper. She'll win again. Again, good day for the Freedman yard. What do you think?
Yeah, I'm sticking with you. Apocalyptic at evens here looks to be the way to go. Just keeps getting better and better each run. Look, I think this is a quality horse, and this is no better field than what it's been beating. Actually, it's not as good as. No, that's clear right. On top for me, and probably the best bet.
I think Ethereum Girl will be the best suited by the mile out of the lead-up. I kind of like what she does, so she'll be suited here if you're looking for more for a trifecta horse. The 8th is the Moongus Stakes, 1,400 metres. I think it's a group race. What are we doing here?
Yeah, look, again, bit of a weird field, to be honest. Again, I'm sticking with Private Eye. I think it's flying here at the moment. It'll jump and run here. It's got gate 9, so it's probably got to come across and take up a forward position, which looks like it will do that. It's just a better horse than these, and I think it's going quite good at the moment. 1,400, I'm not sure Star Patrol will get the 1,400.
No, I don't think so either.
So I was willing to put a line through here, and the others that are, pay line, struggling, hit a shock's not in his best form. Media World, well, it won last start, but...
I did hear an interview with Snowden saying now Private Eye's here, he probably won't run it, but we'll see.
Okay. If it doesn't start, I'd be looking for a horse more like Media World or something like that to be the main danger.
No, I mean Media World won't run, not Private Eye. No, look, Nash is coming down for what... Nash has skipped Everest Day in Sydney to come down and ride this horse.
Yeah.
It'll win. He'll get the job done. If he has to lead, he'll lead. If he has to sit off Star Patrol or hit a shock, he'll do that. He'll win.
Yeah.
Just back it. The feature is the Caulfield Cup, 2,400 metres, handicap, time-honoured, etc., etc. Completely forgotten $5 million race, which is quite interesting and goes to show how well they've done promoting the Everest. But it is super interesting. And who should go first here? Do you want me to go first?
Yeah, why not? Why
not? I thought that $23 for Revelare was completely insane. So it's on top for me at the price. One bad run. Got run off its feet last time out when Gilded Water took off. I'm forgiving of that. I think this will be a bit of an easier tempo, and I've been with it the whole time, and the fact that you're getting 20 plus. I'm putting on top. I think Half Yours is fair enough favourite. It was great last time out, across the line with Via Sistina. I understand it. If you just want to plough into that, I'm not going to knock you. Gate 2 may be a concern because you're going to have to overcome some traffic at some point. And then the obvious ones were the internationals, Golden Snap and Meidan. They go into everything that you think about on the day, and I'll probably cover both of those, the Japanese horse and the other one from Europe. What are you thinking here, Beaver?
The favourite is clear on top.
Okay.
I just can't see it getting beat.
Fair enough.
This is an ordinary lot. And it's going good. 2 starts back, that was outstanding at Caulfield there. Won by 3.5 and could have won by more, was going away from him. Just had to freshen up. I wasn't trying to win last start at Flemington, and that was a good run. It's ready and raring to go here. Gate 2 doesn't bother me too much. I think it'll get a run when it needs to in this. And you're right, some of these will be going backwards, but this is probably the worst Caulfield Cup I think I've ever seen. But it is what it is. This is what we get. A favourite that's only sort of had the 13 starts. Got it on top. Royal Supremacy is the main danger. It's going fantastic at the moment. Won the Metrop last start, beat Soul of Spain. Got nothing on its back here, 52.5 as well. So it is up a couple of kilos even on that win, but this is quite an average race. So I've got it has the main danger. And then...
Is this the worst race Verbaan's been in?
It is.
You know what I mean? Once you start saying it's the worst Caulfield Cup you've seen, do you have to think about your Verbaans and Absurds?
I think Verbaan you can't rule out, but geez, Maybe
Needs to win another race, doesn't it?
Needs to win another race. It's come here and hasn't really shown much. It's promised a couple where it's finished on for third. Got carry 58.5 from gate 13 again. Could win because it's a weak race, but yeah, not going to be in one of me.
I won't.
I won't want to back it. But now you pointed out
I won't bog you down.
Yeah, don't bog me down.
Okay, favourite to win.
Favourite to win.
All right. The last is the Tristac, 1400 metre for the fillies, and the two Graham Begg runners hold the key, and track pattern will probably decide which way I bet up.
I agree.
Either Miracle Rose will lead and win, or Splashback will come swooping down the outside and win, and as I said, whichever way the track's playing is the way I will approach the race. That's it? One or two?
I'm going to go the other way. I'm going to go 2 or 1.
Yeah.
I'm going Splashback on top.
If the inside's gone, then we'll go. I'll flip it as well.
Yeah, it's a horse that I backed when it won a few starts back, and then I was slightly disappointed, 1 or 2 runs, and then bounced back again last start. I think it'll be hard to beat. Tullery's can run well as well.
Yeah,
I think it's a decent horse. A bounding, I can't take. Could win, but $3 I'd prefer to play Miracle Rose, Splashback, and Tullery's at 4.56.
Beautiful. Give us your quaddie for Caulfield Cup Day, Beaver.
Give us the quaddie. Okay, I'm going to go one.
It might be short here actually, which is odd. But
no, I'm going to go short in the first leg. I'm going to go Apocalyptic as in the first leg, and just go skinny there. I'm going to go Private Eye and Media World in the second leg. I think I just couldn't find something else that I would pick to have here. And then although I'm pretty keen on Half Yours in the Caulfield Cup, I'll go Half Yours. I'll go, which is 15, Royal Supremacy 16. I'll chuck in Vauban at 1, Middle Earth number 3, Zardozi number 7, and Golden Snap number 11. And then to finish the day, I'm going to go 1 Merivale Rose, 2 Splashback, 10 Tulleries, and that'll do.
Love it. Okay, my best is race 8, number 2, Private Eye, but I think Apocalyptics should win. I think I'm quite keen to bet. I think the one of those the 2 big runners in the last to win. I think Raven Summer's going to run really well, etc., etc. Well, who else? Just a Journey will win. I'm very keen to be betting at Caulfield. What are you doing for your best? Oh, and my value, race 9, number 12, Revelare, but not knocking the fave there.
Yeah, look, my best bet comes up in race 7, number 1, Apocalyptic, but I think Private Eye, I think Half Yours will win. And then my value is a little bit earlier in the day, and I'm going to go my value bet as, let me just, race 4, number 6, Ripley.
Beautiful. Anything happening in Queensland?
Mate, I'd be giving my money mostly for
the good races.
For the good races, but I did find a couple that might be worth specking up there. I did think race 3, number 4, Maziz could run well, about $4. Race 4, number 3, Party for 2, even money, and then in the next race, race 5, number 12, Petticoat. I think all 3 of those can run well.
Beautiful. Thanks, Beaver.
Thank you.
We might do it in person again, next week, because it's the Cox Plate.
If we have to.
No, we don't have to.
No, I don't mind seeing you, mate, every now and then.
Oh, that's lovely. It's the nicest thing he said about me for years. Alrighty, 5 years down, 6 years into this show. We'll do it again next week. Subscribe, check out the written tips as usual. Leave us some comments below and let us know who you think is going to win. And we'll talk to everyone soon. Good punting this weekend, guys. It should be a ripper. Tips.